Alright, so this is my Amstrad CPC. We've had it since about 1988, I think it was. So it's not in the best shape. The tape counter there's broken, and I have to pull this up, otherwise the picture isn't perfect. I'm using a modulator because I don't have one of those monitors that would often come with these. But I've managed to get it set up. Now, a lot of people insist on using capture devices for videos, and I have to tell you, it can be a huge pain in the arse. I have a SCART cable for this, but for some reason on most things you only get a black and white picture. And using this modulator you'll only get an RF signal out of it, which isn't going to plug into something that needs a component input. So what I've actually had to do is feed this all through a DVD player, and it comes out and I actually get a colour picture, so I can finally record. So that's something, I suppose. So now I've got this all set up, I'm going to do a few games in a row. So let's get on with it. I kind of picked this game out sort of randomly, but it's a pretty cool game. It's a conversion of an arcade game, Elevator Action, and you'll see once it's loaded there's a few things that the Amstrad struggles with, and that's mainly down to the fact that it's a computer, it's not a console. So to load a tape game, you can either type in run and then shift and 2, or hold control and press a little enter key, and you'll get press play, then any key. I haven't played this for a long time, so I don't know if it actually loads up. But I do have a backup of it. That seems to be working. I have this backup here just in case. So let's start the recording. I think that volume's gone a bit dodgy as well. Alright, well, we're getting a read error, so I've got a feeling the reason I made the backup was basically because the tape doesn't work. So we'll try that instead. See you in a minute. Well, you can get an idea of how slow some of these tape games load. This is loading up the loading screen, although it's probably interlaced with some actual game code. Because it wouldn't really make sense to have to wait all this time just to load up a loading screen. So yeah, first things first, it is a very blurry picture. Oh, and the game plays at a very low frames per second. Can't I duck? I can duck. Oh my god, I got my butt kicked. Right, let's try that again. There's no red doors here, so let's just go straight down. Oh, there's one up there. Oh, it fell off. So as I was sort of half saying before, the Amstrad is actually a computer, it's not a console. So they didn't build in sprites, hardware, scrolling, didn't really think about memory access and all that. So games can be a little bit slow. And of course, even faster 8-bit computers are no match for some arcade hardware. Need that elevator to come up. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. Oh god, I need a shotgun. Oh, this controller. I don't know if it's this controller or the game, but sometimes I can't do what I want to. There's some pretty gruesome animations when you get squished. If I stand here, I'll get squished. Nasty. Oh, come on. That wasn't fair. Alright, let's give it one more go. Let's see if I can actually beat the level. This is an arcade game by Taito originally, and they must have been huge back then because they have so many good arcade games. Most of them were actually converted to all of the 8-bit computers available in Britain at the time. Let's go downstairs. Let's take the stairs. I wonder if you can kick people. I'm not sure actually. There's a wall there. So let's just go down. Oh man, I thought I killed him. But I say, if you can get used to the low frame rate, then this is a really good fun conversion. I suppose helped by the fact that it was a pretty good game to start with. Oh, he's ducked. Shit. Jump. Yep, you can jump over bullets. Come on, where's that elevator? And actually this music is, I think it's unique to this version. Probably, actually it was probably on the Spectrum 128K version as well. Unless this was released before that machine came out. I don't know. I don't do my research before I play these games. Let's get that elevator. Ah, come on. I pressed down. Perhaps you can't duck when you've shot a bullet. Oh no, I think it's this controller. I'm playing with a dodgy controller. Now things are getting a bit more complicated. Okay, great. Let's see if I can squash one of these guys. Fools. Fell into my trap. Come on. What kind of building has elevators like this anyway? Duck. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I think that's enough of that. I almost made it to the bottom, I think. So that's elevator action for the Amstrad CPC. Lots of fun. A bit slow, I suppose, but that's something that you might get used to if you play games like that enough. I know it was never a problem for me back when I was a child, but I suppose that's all I had, so we're spoiled today, aren't we? Once again, thank you for watching.